What's up guys, my name is Jellycut5 and welcome back to an episode of the Player Career Mode. But before we get into things, it would be much appreciated if you're able to hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. And in terms of all my socials, they're all linked down below so you can keep up to date with everything going on with the channel. As you saw there, we had a simulation game there where we was able to get a 3-1 victory. That was nice to be able to get 3 points on the board in the Eredivisie. And then in terms of the skill points, we was able to gain 3 skill points also, so we was able to apply them to our pro, and hopefully that gains a little bit more rating, that is for sure. If you're not too aware of this series, this is JDCook5 then, and he is a professional footballer at the age of 25. He started, and then obviously as he went on, now he's 26 as we currently stand, and with decent rating, we haven't done too bad. His first professional football in terms of actual professional wise, so it's going to be very exciting. We're coming to near the end of this first season now here at the Eredivisie, and this is our first game of the episode that we're going to play against Excelsior. We need a 9 rating there, as you can see, a 70% conversion rate. That's very hard to do so, and 60% in terms of team possession, which is very, very hard to control, that is to be said. This table is very tight, so we need to be able to get 3 points here to be able to put the pressure on Feyenoord and make sure that we cement our place at the top then, as you can see. 4 minutes into the time, we have a great chance to be able to go 1-0 up, but we just couldn't really convert in that opportunity, to be honest. Very much of the case, it was a half chance, but we needed to take that one to be able to get an early goal, but unfortunately it just strays wide then. 8 minutes into the tie, the first 10 have been quite strong for us, to be honest. Had a fair bit of possession, we've had a chance there, as you can see, but see, Excelsior tried to create something for themselves. Really hard to do so, but it seems to be they find an angle to be able to get the gap there, and they do a lovely bit of play as Fernandez puts it on his teammate Sandria, and he does so well to be at the shot off, but unfortunately it was blocked for him. As you can see, Berkus now picks it up on the right hand side. He doesn't run straight forward for whatever reason, I'm not too sure. He actually plays it back to Taylor, who then offloads it to us, as you can see, as we try and make some sort of run for ourselves. We do well to find the gap there, as you can see, if Van der Bommen plays this in. What an opportunity, but the keeper makes a very big save. First real decent chance in this tie, that is for sure, as we get a corner kick in the 13th minute, looking for a good delivery, but the first man isn't even beaten, and they clear their lines. But as you can see, Taylor latches onto it, and once again the shot is blocked. Then as Van der Bommen latches onto it though, and it is now 1-0 in the 14th minute. Van der Bommen gets onto that one to put his side ahead. It was a very lucky goal after coming off of some rebounds after having a few shots blocked, but he latches onto it perfectly the third time round, and it is a very good goal, that is for sure. So at least we're 1-0 up now in this tie, looking to try and see if we can have a good first half, and it seems to be that's going to be the case. Really well taken on his left foot, to be honest. He just nails it into the bottom corner, knows where he's shooting, and that's very precise from Van der Bommen, and it is now 1-0 to Ajax then, as we continue on after that first goal. Looking for a second there, as you can see, as we already intercept it. Slaradine picks it up to Van der Bommen as he looks to try and see if he can find his teammate Taylor. Taylor is found, as you can see, as Berkus makes a run, but he just strays himself offside, so I don't pass it on to him straight away. He pulls himself back, but what an assist this is from Taylor, and we get ourselves on the score sheet now to make it 2-0 just inside 18 minutes as we celebrate in front of the travelling fans. Brilliant stuff, a goal one after the other, and it seems to be that we're going to be putting this game to bed nice and early, which is always nice, to be honest. You never like to go later on into the game when you can't find the goals. Very good goal though, nevertheless. There's a lovely bit of link-up play between all of us, to be honest. Van der Bommen, Taylor and Berg, who's very nicely played goal, and it just pokes past the keeper there. Keeper not having really much chance from such short range, and it is now 2-0. Really good half for us, as I say, as we continue on in the 26th minute, looking to try and see if we can receive the ball there, as you can see, but it's just really hard to win it back, and they're looking for a decent opportunity here as Fernandez tries to play himself in, but he just doesn't really get the opportunity to do so, as Bergwijn picks up the pieces on the left-hand side. He looks to offload it, as you can see, as we cut inside on the right. Do really well to be in the position that we are here, as we've got a chance to get the shot off, and what a chance, and what a goal it is to make it 3-0 just inside 29 minutes, meaning it's our second goal of the game, and we are now 3-0 up also, as we celebrate once again in front of the travelling fans. They are having a whale of a time, as you can see. Brilliant stuff, to be honest. We just dragged ourselves into the right hand side of the pitch, does well to find the gap, and a perfect shot then, and it is now 3-0, so we're definitely doing well for ourselves. We're definitely been the case where we've put this game to bed nice and early, and hopefully that will make for an easier let into the first half and an easy second. But as you can see, Excelsior have a chance to be able to get a shot off here, but Medic makes a really good tackle then. He makes himself clear as he pulls it back out to Bergwijn on the left hand side, and as he offloads it, we try to drag ourselves wide on the left as we try and see if we can cut in on the right, as it seems to be the defenders are doing well. But what a cross, and what a goal. Unfortunately just cut to a replay straight away, but as you can see, we ping it into the box, and Berkus is the man to take it down, and he has volleyed it into the bottom corner to make it it 4-0 now. This is an absolutely phenomenal half, to be honest, and this has been a long time coming. This hasn't happened in a while. Glad to see it, that is for sure, as we go 4-0 up in this tie, looking to try and extend our lead even further. But as you can see, before we even do that, we are issued a yellow card. Unfortunately, just a very rash tackle, completely mistimed it, and that will be our yellow done there. As you can see, first half blown in the end then, and we look to see what we've done in terms of objectives. We've had 2 goals so far, so we're doing very well, and an assist. 10 rating in terms of the possession and the conversion rate. I'm not too fussed about, as long as we match it with the rating. That is all that matters. As we go into the second half now, fairly comfortable knowing that we've got that 4-goal advantage, knowing that we don't really have to play too much in terms of being able to push forward as much as we needed to in the first. We're trying to create some sort of attack here, as you can see, as Slaradine finds Bergwijn. Bergwijn plays a lovely ball as we find the gap, and this is a perfect opportunity, but we just don't really take it with enough venom in there, as the keeper saves. Very straightforward save from the keeper as he holds it and he clutches it, and he will clear it from his line zone as he whacks it into the middle of the pitch. Fernandes wins the header as he does try to see if he can put his side forward and go on the charge now, as Zagreb plays a lovely ball in the wing then. The winger was really well to latch onto it, to be honest, as he passed it into the box. Decent opportunity here for Excelsior, and they have taken it then. Fernandes has got the goal, and I'm not being funny, it's going to be a consolation, but that was a very well taken goal nevertheless, and they've stopped Ajax getting that clean sheet that we would have probably liked, to be honest, more than anything, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case thanks to Fernandes. He does really well, to be honest. That's a ball from Zagreb where he just played it on the wing, perfectly timed, to be honest, and that is exactly what you get. As much as they are the lower quality team in the Eredivisie, they're still going to have points where they're going to get the goals, and it's definitely shown in that one as we reach the 64-minute mark now. Definitely not been the best of second halves for us, to be honest. We've definitely lacked in terms of pace and everything else. Seems to be that the players are a bit worn down and gave everything in the first half, but as you can see, Excelsior actually look up for it. That first goal's given him some sort of momentum there, as you can see, as Sandria tries to do something there. He does well to be able to find his teammate. He runs into a bit of space as he whips it into the box, and it makes it 4-2 then. They've got a second goal, only having now a 2-goal advantage here. Not exactly the most ideal situation to be in, bearing in mind we've still got about 24-25 minutes left in at this time with stoppage time also. A very good goal, to be honest. He whips it into the box lovely, and the number 9 there absolutely just perfectly headed. Can't really knock that whatsoever, and unfortunately now it's only a 2-goal advantage what we had. So in terms of what we had in terms of the first half compared to the second, it's been a completely different game for us, that is for sure, but it seems to be we're still going to get over the line nevertheless, as we look to try and see if we can create one last thing for ourselves in the 84th minute there. As you can see, we play in João Mario on the right hand side. I thought that would have been Burgos, but as you can see, we run into the box perfectly as the defenders can't get anywhere near us, and we claim the match ball to get the hat-trick then in at the 85th minute to make it 5-2. At least we've got a goal in the second half, and at least it hasn't been all doom and gloom in the second half, that is for sure, because the first half display was absolute sublime, to be honest. Couldn't have asked any more from the players and everything else, but yeah, very good goal though for the 5th and final time, that is for sure. Really well done to be able to get it at that sort of angle on the outside of the foot. Obviously we have that Travella play style, and I feel like that definitely aids our help. And as you can see, full-time whistle has been blown here, and we collect the match ball. Decent result in the end as we look to try and see if we can get another 3 points on the board, and we've definitely done that. We've done the rating, which was very good. Unfortunately, the conversion rate and the possession doesn't live up to that, but at least we have got the 3 points. As you can see, we've got some decent XPS. Also, we've got 2,500, sorry, which was a very, very good score in terms of XP. We've got the match ball. We've got the player of the match. What more could we want? That is for sure. In terms of the actual objectives itself, I do find them a bit silly in terms of conversion rate and team possession. I feel like EA could definitely think of something else, that is for sure. Second game of the episode comes up against PSV Eindhoven, a massive tie at home at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Big things expected, as for sure. PSV have been pretty much there or thereabouts, to be honest. Not as much compared to final, but they've definitely been there challenging, that is for sure. And they're going to be looking for 3 points today, and we need an 8.5 rating. We need 2 goals or assists, and we need to have a 30% dribble success rate. It's going to be very hard against a tough opposition, that is for sure. But we're going to be up for it, but so are PSV, as I say. As they look to try and see if they get something started for themselves in the first 5 minutes, then they look to try and see if they can get the ball moving. They do really well here, as you can see, as Lang is found by Till. Till does well to be able to cut inside on the right hand side, but João Mario makes himself really nice and strong, just sticks out a foot, allows himself to not be able to concede in the penalty box, and away we go then. As you can see, as Berkus finds ourselves in a lovely bit of space here. All we've got is the keeper to beat, but it just wasn't enough, that opportunity there. As you can see, the opportunity was perfect, to be honest, but the shot just wasn't. What happened in that instance, I'm not too sure, but yeah, that was definitely a big chance to go 1-0 up in these first first 10 minutes, though, that is for sure. As we continue on, PSV haven't really any chances there, as you can see, but we try and create one for ourselves. We're playing Berku's perfectly there, as you can see, as Taylor puts us onto us. Really well played there, as you can see, but the referee is not interested in giving a foul for that, as he redeems it as a decent tackle. As PSV Eindhoven looks to go up the other end and score themselves here, as Veerman finds his teammate nicely on the right hand side. Irving Lozano, we've all heard that name before, that is for sure, as he finds Sergio Dest, the ex-Barcelona man, look to try and see if he can get a ball into the box, but Saladin clears it, but only as far as Lozano. Back to Dest it goes as he whips it in, and De Jong rolls back the ears by getting a perfectly timed volley into the back of the net to make it 1-0 in the 31st minute. Perfectly timed goal for De Jong, and that is exactly what you want from your strikers. Poor defending in the end, as we could have cleared our lines and completely avoided the situation, but it's not going to be the case, as it's now 1-0 to PSV then. Really, really good, well taken volley then. Couldn't do much about that, that is for sure. And they are now 1-0 up in this tie. Not exactly the most ideal situation to be in, because if Feyenoord are to win, then we will see us go behind in the table then, as they look to try and get two here. PSV really looking strong, they're charging in numbers, and a lovely chance here arises as Gorta makes a really nice save, fingertip save as it goes out for a corner kick, as they get the chance from a corner as they whip it in. Saladin clears on the left hand side as we look to pick up the ball then and clear it ourselves. Really well to pick it up as we look to offload it to one of our teammates, but we lose it straight away. Veerman puts it in, really good opportunity there, as you can see, but unfortunately they just couldn't make the most of it. But yeah, that was definitely the most ample chance to be able to get a second, as a decent ball was put in, and for whatever reason we're just playing it around the back. We've got no idea why we're not clearing it. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Sutala puts it back to Gorta. Eventually they do actually get it clear, and the half-time whistle has been blown at the Johan Cruyff Arena, as we are now 1-0 down to PSV. As I say, not the most ideal situation to be in at half-time, as we knew we need to get 3 points in every single game so far, and in terms of the rating we're not living up to anything so far also, apart from our dribble success rate. So yeah, not the most ideal situation to be in, but hopefully we'll be able to claw it back, and hopefully we'll be able to get back into this tie and get it level as we go into the second half then. 52 minutes into the tie, the Ajax fans are definitely on the back of the home players, that is for sure. Really expecting a result against rivals PSV, but look to try and see if we can create something. Taylor plays this in, but we have to play it back then on the left hand side, so we play in Bergwijn. He cuts in on the right, offering support Van der Bomen as he plays us perfectly, and Benitez with a really, really good save then. That was another chance to get a second goal, and that would have been another 2-1 if we actually would have converted our chances in the first place, but it just hasn't been for us though, that is for sure, as PSV look to get another here. Veerman plays in Lang really nicely here as he puts it onto Till, and this is so poor, and we are now 2-0 down in the derby against PSV. 73 minutes gone, and this is looking bleak. This is looking really, really poor for us, to be honest. And as I say, if losing this one, we actually will go second if Feyenoord are to win. So we don't want that whatsoever. And it looks to be that's going to be the case, though, because we've only got 10 minutes left, and it's all PSV. That second goal is giving him some sort of momentum. Lozano plays it on the right-hand side, finding Sergio Dest here as he looks to try and offload it to his teammate. And he does so well. Look at the play. It's absolutely phenomenal as De Jong is found onto a third now, it seems. But the keeper makes a very big save then. Gorta making a fingertip save. But the manager has seen enough for our services, and we have been subbed off. A very poor game, probably one of the most poorest games that we've displayed in an Ajax shirt. And that will be that then. Full-time whistle has been blown, and we only actually get the dribble success rate in terms of the objective, so not many in terms of XP being gained. And this is the table then. We're actually level on points. Actually really strange to see, to be honest. I thought they might have been in front of us at the time. This is the table before the final day, but yeah, this is going to be interesting then. No point split it and only goal difference, so if we don't win this one and Feyenoord do, then they could be champions of the Eredivisie, because it's the last and final game, and we are away from home against Go Ahead Eagles then. A big game, the biggest of our season so far, and this is what it nails down to. A 9 rating needed, a 70% conversion rate, and a 60% team possession rate. Really interesting stuff, and I'm hoping that we're able to get this result, because it is ample that we do if we want to lift this title at the end of this tie then. As you can see, as we get played in perfectly, but the keeper makes a very big save inside these 4 minutes, and as they look to try and see if they can create something for themselves here. Go Ahead Eagles, long free kick whipped in there, but Medic makes a lovely clearance. As you can see, they latch onto it really nicely though as they get onto the perfect time of chance, and Pazvir makes a very good save. And as you can see, Pazvir in net for his last and final game of professional football, as he will be retiring at the end of the season. Interesting to see him between the sticks, as Gorta's been doing very well for us, but unfortunately he's not between there today, and it will be the job for Pazvir to man the goal. But then as we continue on in the 9th minute then, looking for an opportunity to create as we play a decent ball here. As you can see, lovely pass onto Berkus as he puts it onto the middle of the park there, as Bergwijn is found. He He finds it into the gap, only the keeper to beat, and it is now 1-0 in the 11th minute, and we have started this game perfectly, to be honest. The perfect start, that is for sure, as we're now 1-0 up inside 11 minutes to hopefully continue this, and hopefully we'll be able to get all 3 points to get that Eredivisie title at the end of this tie. Really nicely played, to be honest, as Berkhuis van Bergwijn. He took his time to be able to offload the ball, but he done it perfectly, to be honest, as he knew he was running into the space. Keeper had no chance with that one after a decent first time finish on the right foot into the bottom corner, and it is now 1-0 to Ajax. A little bit of a sigh of relief from everyone around the ground as well as the manager, that is for sure, as we continue on in the first half. Then 13 minutes played there as Sutalo's playing it round the back as he finds Van der Bommen. Then, as you can see, calm, cool and collective it seems to be the case at the moment there as we continue on, as Taylor picks it up in the middle of the park. He finds us in a decent bit of space there as we cut and twist and turn on the right hand side, looking for the ball to be offloaded, but it seems to be we'll do it on our own, and we will do it on our own absolutely perfectly, because it's now 2-0 just inside 15 minutes, goal after goal it seems to be, and we know what objective to do, and it seems to be that we're going to be completing it. Phenomenal stuff here away from home against Go Ahead Eagles as they seem to capitulate, but we don't mind whatsoever. What an effort that is on the right foot there. Couldn't beat that whatsoever. Keep having no chances. He was at full stretch, and it is now 2-0 then. This is absolutely perfect. This is exactly what we wanted, and a smile on the manager's face also as we continue on in the first half. 27 minutes being played. It's all Ajax so far, to be honest. One route kind of stuff here as they look to take on the defences. We do so well to be in a position that we are. Running on the right hand side, looking to offload it as we whip it into the ball. Taylor meets it, but the header falls straight to the keeper's hand. So decent chance there, that is for sure, and we're definitely still creating them, because in the 32nd minute there, we're going for something else here as Taylor plays on Tamarovic. You look to try and see if we can get the shot off. What a shot it is, but straight at the keeper it goes, as it will go out for a corner kick. Really good first half this is, and we've definitely posed threat in many areas, that is for sure. Near to the end of the first half, we look to try and create something for ourselves, but we can't as the ball is intercepted. Go Ahead Eagles look to try and see if they can get their first chance really going here after that first one in the earlier minutes of the first half. But yeah, apart from that, they haven't really created anything for themselves. Unfortunately, they lose possession, and it seems to be that we're moving the ball up the pitch really quickly here, and we try and get something creative, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case as we await the first time whistle. But as you can see, seems to be that we might have one final chance as João Maria pings it on the right hand side, finding Berkhuis. We're going to take the shot, and it hits the bar, then rattles off the bar then, and the frame is still rattling now, but we don't mind too much because we are now 2-0 up in this first half. What a half it's been for us, to be honest. A 10 rating. We've got nearly on the possession rate, unfortunately not on the conversion rate, but we won't be too fussed about that, that is for sure, as we bring our form into the second half. Looking for some more creative activity, that's for sure, as we continue on. But in the 48th minute, it seems to be the Go Ahead Eagles are going to start the second half fairly strong here as Williamson plays a decent ball on the right hand side. He tries to find his teammate there as he makes a decent run, but unfortunately the whole project was just not there, and he couldn't complete it, as you can see, as we look to kind of get on with the ball ourselves. What a ping that is for Berkhuis as he picks it up, he chests it down to his foot, he plays in Van der Bommen, now onto us as he hit it, and the keeper will not have to do anything as it was blocked then, but a very good chance that is for sure, as we continue on. 58 minutes being played then as we need to reach the half an hour mark. Really strong in the second half as well, as we had a few chances ourselves. Go Ahead Eagles haven't really poised much to threat, that's for sure, but now they're looking to try and see if they can create something for themselves there as Cooper's number 5 tries to get the ball into the box. Sutalo clears, as you can see, as we pick up the ball really nicely. On the run we go now as we run on the right hand side, looking for an opportunity to create here as we run in now. Only the keeper to beat if we can get the shot off, and that was a very good chance, but it just strays wide then. It seems to be the keeper actually latched onto that, and it will be a corner kick as they could clear the corner, as you can see. Decent opportunity here as it falls out to Taylor. Taylor onto ourselves. We hit it. It's off the post, and we've hit the bar. We've hit the post. This has been unbelievable so far in this tie. Chances flying left, right and centre. Hopefully we can see the second half out then as we've got 20 minutes left to play then as we kick the ball then as we look to try and see if we can create something else. Another shot there, and the keeper makes another save. Unbelievable stuff, to be honest. And it just keeps on going like that. The keeper's had a very good game, to be honest. He's definitely kept his side in it with only a 2-goal deficit to be able to get back on, but it seems to be that Go Ahead Eagles aren't going to be able to do that as they continue on then as they look to try and see if they can create something here for themselves and maybe make it a last few edgy 10 in this tie as they try and get the ball into the box here, and they've got a perfect opportunity. Williamson with the shot, but Pazvir is not going out on the low as he makes a perfect save, then going out for a corner kick as they get the corner, they whip it in. Pazvir with the save, he's out off his line, but there is Tavarovic there as he clears his lines there as he does so well to even hold up the ball himself and actually just pass it out of the box. And as you can see by the clock, we're 2-0 up. It's on the 91st minute. We're only +2. Any second now, that whistle is going to be blown and we're going to be crowned champions. But it seems to be we're going to get one last chance here, as you can see, in front of the Ajax fans. Surely not! And it is. It's 3-0 then. And that will be our last goal as an Ajax player, because we will be leaving at the end of the season. It's been a journey, that is for sure. But yeah, what a way to do it, to celebrate in front of the Ajax fans with the teammates. Yeah, this is what football is for, that is for sure. Decent effort on the right hand side. Couldn't do any better than that whatsoever. Keeper couldn't get anywhere near it. And that will be it. Full-time whistle has been blown and we will collect the match ball then after our perfect efforts in this tie to make all 3 goals in this 3-0 victory. And we also will be crowned champions of the Eredivisie. A 10 rating in the end in conversion rate and everything else in terms of possession. Unfortunately wasn't able to achieve that, but we would definitely not be too fast. That is for sure. The main thing is we've completed the objective that we wanted to complete at the start of the season, and here we are at the end of the season collecting it. Brilliant stuff. It's really been hard for us, to be honest. We've definitely been at the top half of the table for a majority of the time of the season. We definitely had rough patches at the time where the manager was getting slated. There was a change in goalies a lot of the time. For whatever reason, I'm not too sure, but it's definitely been the case now where we are champions of the Eredivisie and we are the #1 in Netherlands. That is for sure. It's Van der Bomen holds the trophy and he will be lifting it. Champions for Ajax then in the Eredivisie season as they look to go back to glory in the Netherlands. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be in the Dutch Cup as we did lose out on penalties against Feyenoord, but this time round we do get the one up on Feyenoord and we do claim the Eredivisie title. It's been a long season. It's been a very enjoyable season. Goals flying in left, right and centre. Perfect first season, to be honest, in professional football at the same time. Couldn't have done any better, and it's been a perfect squad at the same time. I would say some games have been very lacklustre and there's been opportunities that we could have taken, but let's say that is football and we're going to be moving on to bigger and better things, that is for sure. No disrespect to Ajax, but yeah, it's been definitely a point where we could have done better. But player of the season, as you can see, so an even bigger thing to round up on. We've got an Eredivisie, we've got a player of the season, we have plenty player of the month, player of the match. So it's just another thing to add to the many accolades that we've claimed as a player. It's been definitely a first kind of just a phenomenal season, to be honest, in terms of what we've been able to achieve. Bearing in mind that JD Cook has never really played professional football and been playing semi-pro for X amount of time. He's come into the limelight at a fairly older age compared to normal, but it's definitely taken in such great gratitude, that is for sure. Really nice trophy, and it's a nice cutscene to be able to see when you get player of the season. It's not something I've ever seen. I've only seen it in terms of the actual career modes in that way, in terms of manager of the year. This is what we did in the end. 34 appearances, 51 goals with an average rating of 8.9, 10 assists, and it looks to be that we're worth 29 million. Very interesting. Feyenoord did win their final game of the season, which meant they only actually lost out on goal difference in the end. Luckily, to the many goals that we did score throughout the season, definitely put us in great stride, because we were level on points with Feyenoord, but we finished top on goal difference. We played 34, we won 24, we drew 5 and we lost 5. Exactly the same with what Feyenoord did, absolutely also. So very, very strange. But as you can see, 44 appearances in the end, 28 wins, 5 draws, 11 losses, and 63 goals scored with 11 assists with 5 yellow cards to our name. It's been so good. Never was I expected to be able to hit the ground running at such a wave. But as you can see, we're going to be rounding off the episode with the parade. It's always nice to be able to see this. As you can see, their version of their, and you see Champione as it's spelled in Dutch. Very, very cool. That is for sure. Hopefully, we're going to be able to see some more of this in FC 25 when it does release in the future. Definitely would like a different spin on that. But for now, this will be the end in terms of our Ajax career. We're going to be moving on in the next series, which will be coming to you soon, and we're going to be very interested, and it's going to be very intriguing to show you what we've got on offer in our next side. I'm not going to be getting any hints, so the next episode you will be able to see who we're going to be playing for. But with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.